Ash and JD, they're the host, talking real, they're not like most. Podcasting fun with a side of wit, get ready, cause you won't wanna quit. They bring the laughs, they bring the noise, sharing stories of their crazy joys. From deep discussions to silly tales, the Real Talking podcast never fails. Grab your headphones, get ready to groove. Ash and JD will make your mood improve. Banter that's witty and oh so sly. Their chemistry's electric, you can't deny.
What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Real Talking Podcast with your hosts, Ash and JD. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, bloody hell, they've been consistent the last month. What's happening? Well, we did say before we are trying, we do try, and yeah, we're back again, and we will, for a change, get back straight onto rather the correspondence because we've been threatening to do it. We have, but
Do you remember the times when we had no correspondence?
yeah, early days.
How many episodes in was it before we had? Was it Danny J?
Danny G, yeah. I don't know, probably like 12 or
It was
something.
a while,
maybe.
yeah. It was a while. 'Cause I
Um,
remember when you told me that we've actually got a message for the first time.
Yeah, he was the original James, weren't he? Yeah, just another lad chatting shit. I mean, I wonder what ever happened to him.
Mate,
He must still be listening.
maybe. Have you seen our views on YouTube?
Not for a little
One of
while.
them's got like 22 views. I know that's not good, but then like, obviously,
But again, because though we haven't done a video record for a long time as well,
Yeah.
have we? So yeah, if people are still listening on YouTube,
yeah, that's what I
it's
was
nice,
getting
yeah.
at, yeah.
Um, Obviously, yeah, if you didn't know, you can listen to it, listen to us on the YouTubes. I mean, I'll do it sometimes myself with podcasts. Just whack them on the YouTube and just plod along listening to them. To be fair, I know I've said about it before because my signal's terrible by mine, and it literally is like from 8:30 to about 5:30, 6:30, something like that during the day. I'm sure, I'm positive, I'm convinced that they're fucking pressing a switch, and it's the same spots around because it's not even like where the overhead electric lines are. Like, I'd understand if I was underneath that or within 20-meter radius that the electric's going to be fucking messing with your phone signal, but it's not. It's the same spots. As soon as I get into the park, on and off there, and then fucking the one end, this end, fucking up body Asda and that, and it just fucking does me head in.
One you are.
It really fucking does. So I've got several podcasts already downloaded on the YouTubes on my phone, ready to listen through to. And then I've already got a backup of music downloaded on YouTube Music for just in case. 'Cause it's just so annoying. Like, I just want to be dissociated with the outside world. I can't raw dog it. Just fucking walking around listening to nature. It's just plus. Like, I even did it earlier when I left your brother's before coming to here. I did quickly nip into the woods, and there was the EE geezer trying to fucking flog the broadband, and he's looked at me. I've got my headphones on, and I'm just fucking. I'm looking at them escalators. I'm just fucking straight up, and as I've got up there, there was some other ones with the British Legion, and he's fucking waved right in my face. I was like, mate, I already fucking donate every month. Oh, nice one. And I carried on walking, and as I'm coming back, the same geezer with EE, he's literally waving. He stood right in front of me. You're right, mate. I was like, not today, bud. I'm not interested. But I do need better internet because Virgin, I still have dramas. Again, I know it's stuff. We will get onto the correspondence. I've just fucking got myself into a ranting mode, I know. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like, I can't have a shit and be connected to fucking Wi-Fi 5 meters away from the hub. It's just stupid.
That's not.
Nah, fucking Virgin. Shit. the internet company. We're not getting back onto the topic of last week's. To be fair, correspondent related, there was a couple of the WhatsApps and that they were quite interested in our views on
Oh, okay.
on the
Should
today's
we,
societies.
should we
Um,
jump into them ones first then? Or
well, it was just literally just a
oh,
couple of people. That was a good listen. Fucking, but
well,
yeah,
yeah.
like the topic and that because there was some. I don't even know what we spoke about before, but there was messages about that one. We probably should put a bit more prep into some things. I don't know, different topics maybe.
Maybe. I mean,
Um,
that I know last week's one was a bit different, wasn't it, in terms of what we spoke about and how we spoke about it, I suppose.
yeah, and I think we did do well. Me in particular, to be relatively PC about it all as well.
Yeah, now you have obviously you gotta have the jokes with it, but then you've got to have that seriousness. You gotta have that balance, mate.
Well, yeah, I mean, because I won't get it too into depth about it, but even after the pods, when I was back home, I sent you something, and then I'll give my natural reaction
Yeah.
to it. I just think it's going to be funny as my little lad does grow up. I will be a bit old school. But, oi, don't be like that. Just give him a slap. Fucking stop being that. Fucking. So, yeah, fucking yeah. It's good to know that people
Yeah,
are appreciating the content.
it kind of
that
validates
we,
it, doesn't it,
yeah,
sometimes? And it is always nice to get validation.
but otherwise, if there's anything that you lovely people see, I don't know, any surveys or anything that you're seeing, you think I want to hear your opinions on it, or just topics in general. It doesn't have to be a survey. Then, yeah, do let us know. Links are always in the description. realtalkingpod@gmail.com. The hotline, it has been a long time since I've read it out now. So 07470.
Also,
I'm
while
going
there,
to have
while
to
Jade is doing
fucking.
that, shout out to anyone who tried to call the hotline. You know, hopefully he wasn't just a cold call and he was an avid listener, wanting to hear more from Jade.
Hopefully it was. If the hotline had credit on it, then I would give you a call back. But otherwise, if you wanna call back again, I will have the phone switched on this time, or maybe. Yeah, I was close. Well, I got the first bit wrong. So 07470 488 096 hotline number. X Twitter @AshenJD. You know, it's all there. Again, I haven't even been on the Twitter for ages. We could have a load of fucking messages on there. Apologies if you have gone onto the Twitter and dropped us a fucking message or two. I mean, surely if I should have an email saying I got a message.
No, I think you can. You have to turn that on, that notification, or off.
You know what? I should probably have a. I'm saying I should probably have a look now. It probably won't even fucking load up, really. I can't. There's the app. Yeah, all the prep on this podcast. You know, yeah, it's
It'd
not.
be interesting if we do have messages
Mm,
now, or it'd be disappointing if we don't now.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to
Ah,
log in
fair one.
because I haven't been on it in that long. I think I'm going to have to do it properly when I got more time. But yeah, we shall get into the correspondence. There was a question from Dean,
Mm.
and he's asked, "There's 100 cocks on the wall.
Yeah,
How many are you joking on?"
none.
Gay. So you're not going to choke on any of the cocks because you got that much of a
gag reflex
yeah,
tolerance.
just like straight
Love it.
down there.
That's a proper question.
Yeah.
No.
So I think the only answer is we won't be sucking any of them.
Yeah.
None of them would be going in our mouths to have the chance of either choking or enjoying it. But yeah, no, that was appreciated. That was Dean.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. You straight up gay.
So getting onto it, Lauren wanted the gossip last week, didn't she? So it was going back to the wife's friend's secret relationship.
Oh yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
and there was potential, I don't know, a potential drama in the making because his ex uh, constantly fucking wanting favors, and then they don't want it public in the workspace and whatever. And she wanted the goss. I didn't care to ask originally. I did ask in the end since she wanted to know. Um, Basically, nothing's happened.
No.
They've had a little bit of a chat. They're still together, and they're not going public with it. Uh, so yeah, unfortunately, there is not enough to report. But hopefully, it was worth the wait for Lauren. You know,
Well, you did build the suspense up.
yeah, you know, potential happy ever after. But I don't know, it can be like because even my missus didn't know about it for well until like a couple of weeks ago, really. So, like, if you're not going to tell people, well, what's the point? Like,
Yeah,
why have a secret? Because it does feel like an affair
yeah.
if it's just all in secret. Um, I thought she was a lesbian as well. To be fair, I've only met her once, but
Why was she giving you those feels, mate?
because I knew she didn't have a fella, and I just assumed. Well, I was under the impression she didn't have a fella.
Okay.
And yeah, I just assumed then that she was gay.
Gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, but yeah, it just felt that way.
Right.
So yeah, fair play to her. I mean, she might swing both ways. I don't know. I haven't asked that question. Lauren, I might ask that question. Uh, just depends. There's a lot of stuff going on when I get back home in a bit. So whether I have enough time, you know, I've got to sink 10 cans of lager or something as well. So there's a lot to try and squeeze in tonight. I am dying for a beer, to be fair. Been a long week. Fucking hell. Oh, I've only been doing stuff at your brother's as well. Fucking weird. Um, so yeah, that was the goss there. Uh, we got asked this the other week as well. So V said they got a bad tattoo the other day, and it's only now that it started healing that they can see the poor quality. So they're asking our advice: do we think they should complain or go straight to having it removed?
Uh, I mean, if you complain, I don't know what the outcome would be because they can't make it any better. So I would just, if you're not happy with it, I was going to remove because it just look. And you're supposed to let it set and fade a little bit before, like a few years before you can have it removed.
I
'Cause
don't
otherwise,
know,
it
to be
takes
honest.
longer. I'm sure it takes more sit-ins and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest, because I've never looked into it. But
It's
uh,
hard for me 'cause I haven't got tattoos. I've
mm,
always wanted them, but for that reason, I've never had one. Just that fear of it not being to the quality that I expect. But you've got a few tattoos, haven't you?
yeah, but I'd lean more onto the complain, and then if it's not, uh, if they can't fix it, because obviously it depends on what it is. If it's just that lines aren't straight enough,
Yeah.
like outer edging lines, then they can be straightened up and more shadowed and stuff. So if they can't fix it, then probably have a look at a cover up of sorts. Because again, it
Yeah.
depends on how big it
But
is
then
as well.
wouldn't have the same tattoo artist maybe go to the same shop.
Yeah, you'd have to
Yeah,
go to the
yeah.
same shop,
But yeah,
and
but what I'm
then
saying, don't have the same geezer or person.
yeah,
Yeah, you know. Um,
tattoo artist.
yeah. What I was gonna say is though is when you go into there, don't they sketch it on beforehand anyway, or do they not all sketch
Yeah,
it
so
on?
you do have the sketch, and then it's transferred onto there's like a
Yeah,
blue line or whatever. Um, but still, just depends on the artist because it's whether they done the sketch. Because I've done it myself, where I've taken in
yeah,
a picture and then it's been
Us-
like copied and pasted essentially onto it.
yeah,
Even with my brother's first tattoo, because when I was in college, fucking a lot of the time I'd be fucking because I knew what I was doing, I'd just be sketching, and yeah, that was fucking his first tattoo. I'd give it to the shop, and they just fucking literally
yeah,
copied over it and then fucking whacked it onto his arm. Um, so yeah, if it's something that they've taken, because you can print it off onto the trace paper essentially, and then
yeah.
roll the ink on it and whack it on, and so yeah, the stencil could have been perfect, but if they're not again, it depends on the body types and stuff
And
as
where
well.
I suppose where it is on the body
Yeah,
as
because if
well.
you're not stretching the skin enough, or if you're stretching it too much, as it compresses back or stretches back out,
Yeah.
it can look a bit funny. Uh, I think just so outside of that situation, complain, and then see if you can get it rectified or covered up or
Yeah.
something. But the future ones, again, depending on what style and stuff, you have to do a lot of research into a
Yeah,
tattoo
I was gonna
artist
say
these
like I
days.
think you have to get that right person that does that because there's loads different artists that do different. There's ones that do more specialities when it comes to face,
Mm,
like more the anime side. So
yeah.
yeah, depends on what you've got and where it is on your body. But I suppose maybe complain,
Mm,
see what they say, and then see if you can get a cover up. Hopefully, it's not too in your face in terms of where it is, so you see it constantly.
yeah. But there is a lot of people out there that love having a shit tattoo. So they'll have like a fucking banana and fucking the
Mm,
OG smiley face and a little shitty Sonic or something.
yeah.
So depending on what it is that you had, whether you could go down that route and just start ruining the rest of your body that way.
Yeah. I remember when David Beckham got his sleeve tattooed, done,
Mm,
and I remember going to a tattoo shop, and he kind of like drew it on my arm like with like a not a pen as such, but like he put it on my arm of what we were speaking about.
mm,
And I was like, yeah. I was like, we've got to, because this was when I was in Wales. Like, we've got to go back, but I'll come up. I took his number, and I'm glad I didn't have it done because now everyone's got a like sleeve tattoo,
well, it's like
the hand
the
tattoo.
the
Oh,
hand tattoo, but
the lion or the
the clock
roses.
face and stuff.
Yeah,
Like the amount of
yeah.
those, the stopwatch, the
The
rose,
rose,
fucking
yeah. It's all the same now, isn't it? You
yeah.
gotta, oh, yeah.
It's hard to be original with a lot of these tattoos now. I mean, again, I'd like to get more done. To be fair, but it's just getting around to it, really.
What would
Uh,
you want done?
well, for a long time, I've wanted to have like the Power Rangers and stuff. Um, again, like getting some of the Pokemon ones because I've seen some
Yeah,
good artists that can do the Pokemon
I do
tattoos.
like. I don't know what the style is called in terms. You know, when you have loads of little tattoos, so it's not a sleeve, but you have loads of.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
it's
know
like a
if it's called.
compilation of
Yes,
different ones.
yeah.
Because that was one that I wanted on one of my legs was essentially hexagons. So like a beehive, if you
Yeah.
cut into that and you see like the hexagon shape fucking going around. So I wanted that, and then look, so say like a Pokemon in one, Goku or something in another,
Yeah.
and fucking bang them around. Because with that, you can always add another one on.
Yeah.
Like
You
you
can
don't
keep going
just
as far as you want, and then
yeah,
just keep the pattern going.
because I haven't seen anyone with that, and I
Mm.
thought that was unique in a sense. But again, I just never got round to getting onto that. To be fair,
Mm. Well, in terms
yeah,
of, should we think you should go and complain and
yeah,
maybe get
complain
cover up?
initially. Obviously, don't go in all guns blazing because you want to get it
Yeah, you don't
rectified.
want to annoy
But
people, but yeah,
again, because a lot of them are sound, and then it's their reputation as well.
yeah.
Because if you're not happy with it and you was to on the social media side of things complain about it and say this is what I've had from this
Mm.
artist, then it's ruining their
Yeah.
future customers and stuff. So just be a bit savvy with it. And then I mean, obviously that has been a couple of weeks since that message was sent, so hopefully it is looking a little bit better now.
Yeah, if you have done anything about it,
Yeah,
please
let
let
us
us
know.
know. Actually,
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, it should be fully healed by now. Because I've found that with mine, I don't know if it's my skin type or something, but you can feel like the skin raised on the actual tattoo itself.
okay.
And then the one on my leg, my left fucking calf log, always get a lot of ingrown hairs in it. I don't know why. The
That's
missus loves
strange.
it, man. Fucking obviously because it's just a hairy leg, any
Yeah,
but she'll fucking like get the tweezers and fucking pull the
become a
hair out.
surgeon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always fucking hurts. Like if
Yeah.
you do it yourself, fine, and it like you get the little
Because they
sting,
dig
but
in, don't they?
yeah, fucking just gets right in. I'm like, you just gotta pull the hair, and
Yeah,
then the little
literally.
bit of pus, just fucking just push it out. Nah, fucking, oh, gotta
Yeah.
get it. I'm like,
So
look,
it bleeds.
yeah, I'm like, leave the root, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's a hair follicle, but for some reason, it's just fucking
Yeah.
gone in.
I don't want plastic surgery. I
Yeah,
just want to,
just
yeah.
fucking leave it. Fucking these bitches, man. So yeah, I think. Do I want to? Yeah, I'll get it out of the way with
Mate,
that.
he baits you every week. Don't fall for it. Look, honestly, he baits you every week. I know who you, James. Stop doing it to him. You're upsetting my mate.
Nah, to be fair, like it's it is a bit more of a banter on this one. So he says at least the season's over now that we've secured the prem. Um, to be fair, they have Arsenal are
Yeah,
fucking
I was gonna say
really let
because
it
you
go.
got no faith in anyone else. But I will say this though, he did say at the beginning of the season that they're winning. We were like, nah, we was like there, and they have won it in March, so to speak.
Yeah,
Oh no, not technically, but they're as good
they
as
have because I think it's 13 points or maybe even more of a gap.
I think it is 13 points because Arsenal drew, didn't they?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I think it was 11 before the midweek
yeah,
games. So yeah, they'd have to lose
yeah,
5 games
yeah,
and Arsenal still win every game,
yeah.
and it ain't going to happen, is
No,
it? So yeah, congrats on that, mate. Be interesting next season. I know we've said it a couple of times already, but is Salah going to stay? Van Dijk, is he going to fucking extend as well? Trent, is he going to go to Madrid? And then if those players go, what replacements are going to come in? So next season will be interesting. Um, but yeah, he says that I just need to worry about the packed lunches at Old Trafford.
and he's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not lying.
Now I'm not going to worry about it. It is a frustrating topic, to be fair, with all the bullshit that's going on. It's it's just a nuisance because it's the little people that are losing out. These people that have been made redundant. Another 200 this week, and then all the leaks are coming out where it's soup and sandwiches in the canteen. It's only the first team. Not even all of the coaching staff is allowed to have a proper meal, which is fucking stupid. Uh, it's it's sad. It's the state of the club at the moment. It's just ridiculous, and the the fact that it's still the Glazers that are doing it, even though it's Ineos that are fucking fronting it and like showing face for it, they can't do all the decisions without the Glazers
No.
saying, "Yeah, go ahead with that." Um, so it's just frustrating. We needed a full sale. I said it at the time. Didn't have to be Qatar, but yeah, it's so fucking bad. And I'm a little bit gutted, really. We could have done with getting relegated. I know still mathematically is possible, but if we got relegated, that's more money that the club's going to lose. So it would force Ineos and the Glazers to sell essentially.
Right, yeah. So someone could buy with money and then basically
Yeah, do
at a
all the
cheaper
right thing.
price. Yeah.
Because it's just debt, money down the drain, and then letting people off that are on minimum wage, 40 grand maximum a year. They're saving like 8 million,
Yeah.
whereas fucking Mason Mount's been paid like 18 million to play 11 games for United. Fucking Luke Shaw, God knows how much he's been paid to fucking be injured over his whole time at fucking United. Um, it's just fucking money wasted.
Yeah.
I know Marcus Rashford says that he wants to pledge his future to Aston Villa, which I think that's laughable.
Yeah, is that well, yeah, we'll see what happens
Yeah.
with that.
I think he's only coming out with that at the moment just to try and keep the Villa fans on
Yeah.
side for him. I find it strange how they're all. I don't know if it is all the Villa fans, but the majority that I'm hearing from and seeing online and that they love him and they want him to stay. Just hold on the rest of the season. Just see what comes out of it because he didn't do much the other day. Didn't start on the bench. Come on, didn't fucking change anything. Yeah, we got the 2 assists a game before, but we all want him to perform well because it means we can get 34
More
million
money,
for him. All the Chelsea fans. I mean, that was your pick at the start of the season,
Yeah.
and they're not doing well now. But I know they had a good win the other day, but
Yeah, overall, yeah, past few weeks they fell off, didn't they? To where they
Yeah,
was.
they were in a title race and then they just dropped off of it. Because they were on top of the league for fucking 1 week, weren't they? And
Yeah, early doors there was, wasn't there?
yeah, and then it just went downhill. But they're all fucking gutted now. They thought Sancho was the saviour, and then it's just gone back to it again. Because with Marcus Rashford's fucking tweet the other week, and then I don't even know what he tweeted, but then
He put
Sancho
freedom,
put
yeah,
freedom,
yeah.
and then there was all the Chelsea fans like, fucking, what are you bothered about your mate for? Fucking,
Yeah.
you ain't even doing anything here, you dickhead, and whatever. And it's just so fucking
Just
funny.
goes to show, and it like you can overhype. Don't get me wrong, they're both talented players, but players can get overhyped, and you give him such a like ridiculous contract that he would go. I'm not saying he would go to my head, but certain people act different, don't they? If you give someone 300 grand a week, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's why it should. Again, I don't know if we have said this before, but it should go to, like in the contracts that it's like you get this money if you perform, if you're hitting your
Yeah, like
targets.
yeah,
So if they were getting paid per year instead of per week,
yeah,
or even per month, so like if they're on 200 grand a week, it's you'll earn that 200 grand. So 800 or a million a month, you'll learn that if you hit these targets,
yeah.
if you've played X amount of minutes, you fucking,
Yeah, you
done
just hit
whatever
certain
assists and
criteria.
fucking
Yeah,
this and
yeah.
that. So if you've hit those stats, then you're gonna get that million a month.
I would have running stats put in. So you've got to run so far and sprint so much. You know, like the match where it's got your average running,
Yeah.
because that's what you want to see, really.
Mm.
It's like the crossing one, they're just fucking crossing to the side. Wouldn't they? You're crossing from your own box.
Well, yeah. See, that's why it would have to be
Yeah.
fucking stat based, where you've created, not
Yeah,
necessarily assisted,
but
but
you're doing
you've
something
created a
for
chance.
you.
So literally performance based contracts. Because again, there's still the talks of fucking people wanting Pogba back at United. Like, it's not worked any of the other times. It
No,
didn't work at fucking Juventus when he went back there as well. And then he still can't come back until after the international break. Then he hasn't played for fucking nearly 2 years, so he'd have to train. And the Premier League's too fast for him. He was injured most of the time. He was at United with his second stint, injured back in the fucking Italian league again. And like, what's the point?
Mm.
And he would want good money to come back. It's not like he'd accept 30 grand pay
yeah,
per play kind of contract. He'd want big money. So he'd have to go to the likes of a Saudi team and that. But again, that's not going to be this season because they've already got their like rota of fucking foreign
yeah.
players. And then is a club gonna give the put a punt on him and expect him to fucking be able to perform and stay fit? I don't think anyone will want to touch him these days now. It's mad the amount of people that I see giving praise and like on his day, this and that. Like, how many days did he have though?
Yeah,
Like, it just loads of players. Jared Bowen on his day looks like a fucking world class player, but you're never going to class him as that. He's a fantastic player, but they're not going to, are they? So why they done it with fucking Paul Pogba? I mean, even like overhyped for France as well. I thought, like, if it weren't for fucking Canate and some of the players around him, he wouldn't be fucking uh, holding a fucking World Cup medal, would he? It's just ridiculous. But fair play to him. He was another player that built his name, built a brand, and all that. And it's he done well out of it. Not well enough to not get a ban and fucking stay fit and that, but that's what happens. That's what we say. Don't do drugs.
yeah.
You got to keep it real. Fucking don't do those fucking. Again, I don't know how they can fucking have that mistake in them to have whatever
Yeah,
substance. Like, surely your team around you know what illegal substances are, and then well, the tests are done all the time randomly and that as well, ain't it? So
yeah.
if there's something in it, a supplement of sorts that's going to stay in your system for longer than fucking a couple of hours, don't even fucking risk taking it. Well, it's just fucking. But surely he should have learned his lesson by now. But we'll see. But yeah, James, thanks for that, mate. We can, yeah, just roll on next season. Champions League, do you think they'll have it? Liverpool?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think now's the best opportunity to, because Prem's in the bag.
Yeah, they can go full back for it.
Yeah. So
I don't know, but people turn up there now, like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. They turn up there now at these kind of stages.
yeah, I feel like they've got an easier side of the draw as well. Because is it PSV they've got in the next round?
I can't remember who they've got now in terms of Champions League.
I feel like they've got an easy game on the next round anyway. And then like with the potential future games, they've got an easier run.
running from there. So.
Yeah, I think it's Arsenal that have got a hard run.
I don't know. It's hard to enter that Champions League because but as you said, at least their best chance to do it. They look good though for it. They do look good for it.
Yeah, they've got a good opportunity. So yeah, I mean, we need the. I say we. The Premier League needs the English clubs to carry on, like progressing through the rounds.
Because there's something about like a fifth team then considered then.
Yeah, because it was the same last year as well. So depending on how your country's teams perform, whether you are allowed an extra position. So yeah, if the English teams carry on progressing through the rounds, because it's not just with the Champions League, it's the Europa and the Conference as well. So potentially there could be 6 English teams in the Champions League next year. So if it keeps going right, it would automatically be 5th place as a Champions League spot. And then if United or Tottenham was to win the Europa League as well, that would be straight into it. So potentially 6. And then I think that leads down to 8th or 9th position that will have 9th or 10th position that would have European football then as well. So yeah, just obviously if it goes that way, then it just goes to show how strong the Premier League is. I mean, potentially having fucking Forest and Bournemouth in the Champions League, it's unforeseen, really, ain't it?
Yeah.
You don't expect it, but it's nice because a lot of teams would struggle against them as well. Just hard, old school football, fucking getting stuck in and that. These foreign players and foreign leagues and stuff, they just can't handle it. So that's what I know they didn't do as good this year anyway. But when Newcastle are in the Champions League, a lot of the teams struggle against them, don't they?
The fans just give the fans just bouncing and
yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're not a footballing podcast, but yeah, just love you. FA Cup weekend as well this weekend as well. Isn't it? No Arsenal, isn't it? They've got a quiet month now, ain't they? Really, no cup tournaments. They're going to get knocked out of the Champions League. Most people believe anyway. So yeah, they're going to have a quiet March, I think.
I think so.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
You never mind, no way. In half an hour already. Flying, and we've still got a couple more correspondence to get through.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. New World Order. Have you got any of yourselves for yourself this week?
No, but I kind of gathered they would have a few, so I didn't.
You haven't done your own prep work, is what you're saying there.
Literally.
That's fine, Ash. That's fine. Where's the first one there? So Jesse's New World Order.
Right.
All vets are free to use, like the NHS.
Okay.
So, for anyone that is outside of the UK and unsure of how the NHS works, is essentially it's free. So, if you have an accident or anything, you go straight to the NHS, A&E, hospital, and you're getting your procedures.
You are
for free.
paying for free national insurance.
Yeah. So if I had national insurance, I'd have to pay more to have it covered for a national pet insurance as well.
Right.
Because it is expensive.
Yes, you got to make sure you have insurance, especially if you have a pet.
Yeah, I still need to follow up on my fucking dog insurance because I've still only had the one fucking lot of money. Keep forgetting to ring them.
But then if it's free, it just gets abused. You know what I mean? So would that system just get abused like
There
the
would
NHS?
still need to be, some sort of regulations into it. So, little things. So say, look, vaccines and that you
Mm.
pay for, but if your dog gets run over
Yeah.
and like the legs need fucking repairing or whatever, then yeah, have
Yeah,
that for
and you
free.
can take
That'd
it
be
to any
nice.
vet, not just the one it's registered to. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? That'd be good. Yeah. So no, if it's a good idea. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, let's do it.
yeah.
Get that in
So
there.
for major things, yeah, but little bits and bobs,
Yeah.
vaccines, flea treatments, or whatever little things you do take into, then you just pay the little fees for that
Yeah.
because they are extortionate. Fucking, I remember with my old dog when she needed the eye drops. I can't remember what it's called now, but they tried charging like 30 quid or something for these eye drops. I got 3 fucking little tube things for £10. Well, it wasn't even £10, but they sell them at the
Yeah,
chemist and
because
that.
you pay for it, don't you?
Yeah,
That's all. Yeah.
and then a lot of I still need to go to the vets and properly fucking have a chat with them and just say, make sure anything you ever give them in the future, like you can't do this one again because it was the boosters and the flea treatments that they give you that was poisoning him. Basically, I've just got him some new spray stuff as well because it's not as bad from when I was taking him to the vets. Like he's calmed down a lot, but he still just has little bits that he's just nibbling at.
Yeah.
So I've got this other spray, and stinks, man. Fucking like, because obviously he's got a thick coat. I have to make sure like I'm pulling all the fur apart, spraying it on, and then
Yeah.
rubbing it around that little area. So yeah, wash my hands afterwards. Otherwise, it stinks, man. But yeah, in general, he's a lot better than what he was. So yeah, we agree with that one. Jess, if you become the new world leader, then we'd vote you for that one. Have you seen any of the Keir Starmer over with Trump at the moment?
Yeah.
Jesus, look, he kept touching him, and you could see Trump as if to say, "Look, what the fuck are you doing? Like, don't keep your hand off me." Oh God,
Isn't he mad that like he's calling him a fascist and that like 2 years ago? Now
yeah,
he's touched him kind of best pals, like you know
I
what I mean?
know.
That's where you can't chat shit and then be like that 'cause you just look like a mug. To be fair, he done all right. I seen him how he handled some questions from the US reporters. He did all right. To be fair, he
Mm,
did like represent really well. So credits where credits due on that. But
but he's still a knob.
he's still a total twat. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
I know. Again, I feel like Trump was just saying it for the sake of it because he was there, as if like, yeah, we're friends. Because he's been invited uh, for another state visit from the king and
Yeah.
that as well, and you could just see he wasn't even reading it. So fucking, or he was reading it, just thinking, "What's this fucking bollocks? I don't fucking care." And then he's like, "Oh, I've got the signatures on the back, look." And then he passed it to Keir. He's like, "Do you want to tell him what it says?"
Yeah.
So he's obviously not give a fuck about what it is. And then saying that the king's a nice bloke and he's a good friend and
Well, they
whatever.
are actually pals. They are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Like,
but he loves everyone, don't he? I listened to another podcast I listened to, Mad That, and they've had some interesting characters on. And the last one the other day was the Tiger King.
is he still in prison?
Yeah, so still in prison. And then yeah, Trump is a friend of him, of his, and he's on the list to be pardoned. And then because he's saying that obviously he supports Trump 100%, and he wants to be on his cabinet as well because he thinks that he can be a future president of the United States of America. Now I think that one might be a bit far fetched,
Yeah.
but then
No.
again, we wouldn't be surprised,
No.
But yeah, it was funny because he's using his minutes, like his phone call minutes, accumulated like half an hour. He went over on his time, but he had to keep like saying, "I'll call you back in a minute," because there'd be fucking fights going on in the background and stuff. And because he's a part of a gang, he has to sort it out and whatever. Fucking mad. Got scabies at the moment as well
Oh.
because he's in a federal prison. they just don't give a fuck. Like they just leave them to rot and be ill and stuff. And then he was outing them basically. He was like, like most places you come in with a little bag, like with your own sandwiches and stuff. He says these federal prison guards and that they come in with like a full 100 kilos bag, and it's full of contraband and fucking like obviously drugs, drink, whatever. And then they're also stealing stuff from the prisoners and taking it back out with them as well. He's like, there's nothing we can do about it. So, yeah, there was a couple of interesting things that went on that. So, if there's anything that, well, if it sounds interesting that any of you lovely listeners want to get onto as well, then it is called Mad That. It's under the Have a Words umbrella with two of the people that work on that podcast. And yeah, they've got some interesting guests on there. One of them, it was the two officers that was on the fucking Narcos case. Fucking what's his name? The drug geezer. He's dead now. But,
Fuck.
Narcos, the program.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
mate. Yeah.
lot, written around them, what they did and all that.
There's people now just signing like,
Yeah,
and we're just like,
I've listened to the podcast as well. I can't fucking think of his name. But like Pedro Pascal is one of the officers in the program as well. I've not even watched it, but since listening to that, I want to get onto it. Pablo Escobar.
Thank you, Flex. I wasn't playing my mind all fucking night.
So they actually was on the case, and they wasn't the officers that killed him. It was the local Colombian police that shot him and that in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's portrayed in the program as if they actually did it. But it's a good listen. Yeah, they've had a couple of good guests on there, to be fair. So it's worth a listen. Where is it? Joe's New World Order. Police can be called for dog poo not being picked up, and an actual investigation will be had to hand out fines.
See, when we go for a walk, I do pick his shit up. And I have to admit, if we're at like a big park and he goes into some bushes and when the shit on leaves,
yeah,
and sometimes you can't see, I am just like, I ain't even going to look for that, because if I might even step into it or other dog shit.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I know what you're saying. Because if you're out in nature, because mine will do it, he'll squeeze himself into a bush to do it inside. I'm like, why? Like, why are you being a div?
It's the ones on the pavement that really wind me up. I'm just like, it's like not even on the grass, like in the pavement, and they're the ones that wind me up.
Yeah, because I hate walking on the grass, like when it's dark. So it's still first thing in the morning at the moment, because it's just like a fucking minefield. And so, like, if I'm not by one of the street lamps, I'll get my phone out and get the torch on to make sure I'm not standing in anything. Because I feel like it's worse now. Because when we was kids and like on the field playing football and that,
there wasn't much, I feel like there's a lot more dogs though about that.
Yeah.
God, do you remember when stray dogs? Remember stray dogs when we was younger? Yeah. There's no such thing as that no more.
No, I think because they're just not in the UK anyway. I think people just fucking will like call up and they'll get fucking impounded and that. But again, it used to be a thing. I do know one person that still does it, but you just let the dogs out and go for a walk on their own, and they'd know where to go and fucking how to be safe and that, and come back. I mean, I know I wouldn't be able to do that with my dog. He's a right donut.
No, it's just not as safe as he was anymore to do anything like that.
But even, I don't know where, I feel like it was in America, video that I saw the other day. There's a couple in a pet shop, and they're like talking about getting a dog or whatever, and they had an acquaintance, accomplice. There was a third person and pretended to faint. And then they're being all concerned, and the woman's gone over, oh, what's going on? And then the staff were going over, like fucking trying to help. And the geezer snuck around the back, and he's grabbed two puppies out the fucking, because it's like they're in a big fish tank
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something. So he's grabbed two puppies, and then the one staff member's like, "No, you don't do that, don't do that." He's trying to run out. She's half tackled him. He's dropped both the puppies, so they go flying in the fucking air. And then he manages to get up, grabs fucking both of them again, and then runs off. Like, fucking, it's just mad. Like, because even with COVID and that as well, there was like high rates of fucking dog theft going on. People just going into people's back gardens and that, and fucking just stealing the dogs. Absolutely mental. I mean, mine wouldn't even need fucking breaking into. He'd just fucking be like, "Oh yeah, I'll go with you." Fucking, there was, I don't know if I told you, a couple of months ago now, just again out walking him, and this geezer was like, he was about to get back into his car, and he was like, "Oh, like wanting to chat to me." And as I've said enough times, I've got my headphones. I don't want to speak to everyone. But yeah, I was like, "Yeah, you're right, mate." He's like, "Oh, I know it's weird, but can I ask a favour?" Like, that was his mum's house, or whatever. And he was like, "I've just told him that I've bought a dog, and I'm just winding him up, like, because I haven't really. But can I just like take him up to the window and that, and pretend that I've just got him?" I was like, "Yeah, all right." And he handed me his car key and everything, and I was like, "Yeah, sound fucking." So yeah, just fucking. But obviously, he's handed me the car key. I wouldn't have wanted to do that fucking before. But my dog's just literally, he's got the lead. He's like, "Oh yeah, sound, someone else taking me for a walk now." And he's gone up to the house and he's jumped up at the window because the daughter was in the fucking house. Like, what's going on? And fucking, his tail's wagging. He's like, "Yeah, new friends for me. Fucking, yeah, sweet."
Loving it.
Yeah, he proper. He's an attention whore. Like even so yesterday walking him. No, yeah, yesterday morning walking him. There was this young lady, because with the path in the park, it's not wide enough to like be 3 deep essentially. So like when it's like that, because he's weird, he doesn't want to be on the grass most of the time. So I'll let him walk in front of me because he won't walk behind me.
Yeah.
And then like, so this young lady, he's got a thing for bags as well. So if you're walking past with a bag, he's going to try and sniff it, like what's in there for me. So because he's nudged his nose towards her, she's fucking jumped. Oh no! She was literally in the hedge, like fucking shitting herself. I was like, "You're all right, babe. He's fine."
Yeah.
Fucking don't get why people would think if I'm letting him lead and he's not got a muzzle on and that. Why would I let him lead if he's going to bite you? Like, I wouldn't. Like, why would anyone do that? Like, if he's an aggressive dog, you got to put a fucking
Some
muzzle
people
on
would
him.
though, wouldn't they?
Well,
That's why.
yeah, so there was that. I had another woman, um, literally again in the park. She saw me, like she's come from my left hand side down the path bit, saw me, stopped, done a full U turn, and like in my head, I just thought, she's forgot something at home because the way she just like, full like 180, walk back. But she's ended up walking up, going along the other bits of houses, so along another path to come back down, just to fully avoid me. Well, the dog. Hopefully, the dog. Fucking otherwise. Well, again, I've had this conversation with the missus the other day. I don't know why everyone wants to talk to me. Like, have I really got one of them faces that people think is a good conversation? It is. I don't help myself because I will talk back. I'm not rude. I'm not ignorant and that. But it's just fucking annoying. I don't want to speak to everyone. Like,
Maybe it's long hair, mate.
when it's tied up and stuff as well, and the headphones are on, like, and it's the big headphones most of the time. It's not the little earbud ones. The fucking
Yeah, the
full
ones
on
that you can
over the
see.
head.
Yeah.
Like, because that's why I try and wear them more as well to make it obvious. But even there was one of the geezers house down the road from me. He's standing like at the balcony bit, and I could see he's trying to talk to me, and I could half hear, and I'm like, no, I don't want to make another friend, and like, the disappointment on his face, I could see like at the corner of my eye because I'm not conversing. And then another woman yesterday, like I told my missus, if I would have, because I wanted to ring up 101 because there was fucking, uh, I'm guessing there were fucking like Arabian or something because he literally he's walked out at this fucking like flat thing and he's like holla 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 holla, and there was honestly 14 of them and they've all piled into this fucking people carrier.
Mm.
So it's a 7-seater and there were, the, when it's the full door that swings upwards as the
Yeah.
boot, they were literally climbing into the back of that, and I wanted to try and get the license plate because it wasn't safe, and God knows what they were doing and where they were going, but it wasn't safe. So I wanted to get the license plate to ring 101, and then I'm having the conversation in my head of how I would sound to the operator on the phone, like, yeah, these Arabians or fucking Albanians or something. And like, how do you know that the foreign? I'm like, because he come out of the house going, holla, 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 and his hand
Yeah.
was in the air and he was full on top of the lungs. And I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on? Well, so yeah, I was trying not to sound racist to the wife as I was saying that. And then yeah, just the amount of people talking to me, I don't need it. I just want to walk the dog and just the
Enjoy.
headphones are on for a reason. I
Exactly.
just want to ignore the world. It's bad enough that I'm fucking trying to avoid all the dog shit everywhere. So yeah, if it's in the bush where you can't physically walk in yourself,
Yeah.
sound, let it be. That's one with nature.
Yeah.
But if it's out on the pavements, there's no need
Yeah.
for it. Fucking again, I don't know if I've moaned about him on the fucking pod before, but fucking I see him around about 5:30 in the mornings. Golden Lab, the most aggressive Golden Lab. Fucking, there's no, like, I've never seen no, sorry, Golden Retriever. Never seen one fucking aggressive, but it always is. And he's off lead, and he's the Chinese geezer. He's always on his phone, cigarette in his hands, so he
Mm.
doesn't see or
Yeah.
pay attention that I'm fucking around. So I have to say, put your dog on the lead, and it's just so annoying. But I know for a fact he doesn't pick up the dog shit either.
Yeah.
And
Well, he doesn't look, does he?
well, no, because again, he'll walk up around like the side of the football cage, and the dog will be there. So I know that's what he's doing, letting him fucking go up there. And I have had the one geezer before, like he's fucking because that was in the path, and I'm walking on the grass with mine, and I was like, "Do you need a bag, mate?" Because he's gone to walk straight off. He's like, "What?" I says, "Do you need a bag to pick that fucking shit up?" I said, "I'll give you one if you need some, mate." Fucking, "Oh no, I got one." I says, "We'll pick it up then." And I've stood there waiting
Yeah.
for it, man. Fucking people, I hate a lot of people. I'm fucking, but this is why I'm such a wind up. Like I said about the neighbour a couple of doors down, they've started parking across the drive again. Like not my drive, but next door's
Yeah.
drive. They've started doing that again, and I'm gonna have to fucking, even though it's not my house, I'm gonna have to do something because it's just people taking liberties, just cheeky bastards. No need for it, man. So yeah, just like I know I am a nice guy, but I just too many people are dickheads.
Mm.
So apologies if any of you people are dickheads, James. So just don't be offended by what we say and what we do. It's all fun. It's all banter at the end of the day. I don't know how they'd be able to investigate though, unless when the dogs get chipped, they have like a DNA sample. You can't get a paw print, but there'd have to be like DNA, like a blood test or something. So then when that's
Yeah.
like if you've stepped in the dog shit, you take that to the police station or you take the sample of it, uh, and then they can go on like what they would do with fingerprints, go onto the system for like cross DNA test and whatever. It seems like a lot of admin.
Find out the culprit.
But to be fair, like if they could get a system of how to like do it, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
To be fair, because it is annoying.
It is really annoying.
Because I hate the fact that I have to walk with my head down most of the time, making sure I'm not standing in shit. But even though I want to ignore the outside world, I still like to look up at the clouds. I saw one the other week, looked like a turtle just in the sky. Fucking turtle swimming through the sky. Sick. But yeah, dog poo, man. I mean, cat shit all over the place as well. Them little bastards do it on purpose, though.
Yeah.
Like they'll fucking come into your garden, do it in your garden, and I know you live next door. Why are you coming in mine?
What they do with that,
Yeah, why are you coming in my
Yeah.
garden? Fucking little shit, man. Cats. Oh, why do people have cats? Shit. So we have still got plenty of correspondence. We have rattled on, and we're at the deadline,
Okay.
and it's Friday. We've got stuff
Yeah.
to do.
Well,
Um,
if we promised that everyone that
and in majority, we have done the correspondence this
yeah,
week.
but we'll
Uh,
try to get the remaining back up so we're
it's
square.
mainly the hey, what's wrong with yous?
Maybe we should just have like a marathon of this, so like, hey, and just whack them off. This person
Yeah,
said this, bam. This person said that,
I
bam.
think we'll do that next week. We've got confessions as well.
Yeah.
We still haven't read the one out from the
We've
other
got too
week.
much content, mate. That's the problem.
I think too much content,
Too much
not enough
content.
time.
Too much words.
I know. I think we're probably going to have to, like, start upping it to 2 hour podcasts or something at this
Fucking
rate.
hell.
But then again, if we was making money out of this, we'd have a Patreon and we'd do an extra section on that, and that'd be all the extra content as well, wouldn't it? But unfortunately, we don't earn
Yes.
money yet, anyway.
So
But we always appreciate.
yeah,
Keep sending them in. We'll get on to them.
yeah. Apologies if you have emailed or messaged and we haven't obviously got rounds. We will just bear with us.
Yeah, we'll try and get straight onto them again
Just
next
try it
week.
onto it.
I mean, we haven't even touched on to the Epstein files about to be released. 2 people, 2 celebrities, Buffy the Vampire Slayer's sister, Scotty doesn't know, actress. And
Don't
then
tell Scotty.
he's gutted now, isn't he? But yeah, she's passed, Gene Hackman, and his wife. I'm wondering if there's a third one because it comes in threes. Is it because they were on the list? Is that? Have you seen a picture of Gene Hackman recently as well?
I didn't know. I didn't think he was real when obviously it come up because he looked totally different. Looked really frail and old.
Yeah, he was unrecognisable. Blue was, yeah, OG Lex Luthor he was, wasn't he?
That's
In
it.
the Christopher Reeves, I was going to say Batman then, but it was fucking Superman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Fucking. We will finish in a minute. Have you watched any of the Batman animated series on Amazon?
No.
So I've not properly watched any of it. It was when I don't know whatever was playing up the other week. I put it on to go to sleep to, but the wife was watching it while I was trying to go to sleep. The Penguin's a woman in it. I know. It's just fucking. Commissioner Gordon's black as well.
Well, I did eye roll them for the people that did hear. Like, as you
Hit
say,
eye
like,
roll.
fucking. I'm not surprised. Just the way it is, and you just
Yeah.
gotta tick. But you just gotta tick a lot of stuff, and you
I
gotta
know.
tick this now.
I need to properly
be
watch
fair,
it to see all the differences.
We need a female transgender person on this show because this is a bit too white for me.
Female, I'd agree with. We don't need any. We don't need any more hormones
It's
than that.
too much. It's too. I can feel your whiteness, mate.
Mate, I'm fussing your black dog as we speak at the moment. Fucking alpha,
Alpha, yeah.
little black elf. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's partially white.
Yeah.
White
His
hairs.
chest. Yeah.
Best of both. So, yeah, as always, appreciate it. We'll love yous and leave yous. And yeah, we'll be back on it next week. Yeah, we definitely will. We've got enough time at the moment to do it. I think the only potential gap that we might have is the week of my birthday while I'm away. We should be able to do the record on the Friday, but because I'm going away Saturday to Saturday,
yeah.
it
So
might
the
be
following one. Yeah.
So if we have enough time, we'll do a back-to-back one then to split it out for the 2. If not, I'll try and get something out on my own while I'm walking the dog or something. Little walking with JD episode maybe.
Walking with JD.
Yeah, walking with JD and Shira.
Got my earphones on now. Wait, there. Some dog shit.
Don't stand in that one.
Do you want it back? Just.
I love you. I love being a fucking wind up to people, man. But some of them need it. They need to be put in the place. So yeah, we'll
yeah. On that note, yeah.
we'll see you next week. Peace.
Grab your headphones, get ready to groove. Ash and JD will make your mood improve. Banter that's waiting, oh so sly. Their chemistry's electric, you can't deny. You can't deny. Can't deny.